I think they made excessive efforts to highlight the niceness of the male form in this show.
Who were you ogling exactly?
People. So there's Omni-Man's ass was perfect. And then Mark, I'm just like, you're 17. How are you fit like that? I've never seen him work out. And I'm seeing like Rex explode, walk out of the shower. I'm like,
all the things that the evangelicals said would turn kids gay. There are superhero cartoons. Superhero cartoons will turn lesbian women straight.
I am only anime straight. Or I guess animated straight.
Shonen curious.
Shonen curious. Yes, shonen curious. That's what I am.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Top Shelf Nerdom, where I'll be bringing you commentary and reviews for multiple forms of entertainment covering sci-fi, horror, superheroes, and all sorts of nerdy stuff. And I've got my host, Jessica, here again.
Hey there.
And
I'm back.
She's back. And we're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to start off with Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Oh my god.
That show
my god.
We have opinions.
Oh my god.
We have impressions.
Oh my god.
This, of course, is the superhero animated series, and it involves
so much. It's a tale of a kid getting his powers, learning how to use them, and understanding what it means to be a superhero. That is your spoiler-free version.
And that's maybe the inherent flaw in trying to get people to watch this, because they hear that and they're like, I've seen that a million times.
You've not seen this. You have not seen this. But you need to. It's amazing. It's best to go into this blind. Just
really
trust us on this one. You will love it. It will be amazing. You will be very much surprised. That's all I can say. I just don't want to spoil it for you. It's really good to go into this completely blind before, Instagram spoils it for you.
Right. In fact, there's already memes out that are kind of spoilery. I don't know if you...
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into the spoiler section of the review in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Violence! There's so much blood! There's so much violence! Everybody dies in the most brutal way possible. It's ridiculous, but it is awesome. They don't hold anything back. Like, at the very end, when Omni-Man is beating the absolute shit out of his son, I was like... And, like, I like Tarantino movies, but even I had to turn away. I was just like, what? This is happening? But it was so good. They don't hold anything back. They don't sugarcoat it. They don't make it like, oh, well, he's got some good in him or whatever. Nah, he sucks. He's a horrible person, and he's beating the shit out of everybody. He's using his son to, like, mass, like, murder all of Chicago. I was like...
Was it Chicago?
Yeah, it was Chicago. I think. It was someplace. But, yes. I said earlier in the previous episode that I like violence in action. And I got it. And I actually also got a plot.
There's a plot.
There's a plot. A very good plot. But, dude, like, they must have run out of all of the red crayons animating this one. Like, there's so much gore. But it's so well done. It's like, because you watch these superhero movies and you're like, yeah, if that person got his face smashed in, it probably would look like that in real life. Oh, if these people smashed, like, into, like, planet Earth or, like, fell from a building, they would be mangled. And you're like, damn.
There's some mad mangling.
There is a lot. That's the benefit of animation. Because... And some shows should be animated. Not everything needs to be live action. When you have animation, you're able to show all of the blood and gore and powers and ridiculous, like, abilities without taking somebody out of it with crappy CGI. Because the gore and the powers and the, like, fantasy stuff all fits in with the background. It blends in perfectly, right? But when you do it in real life, since those things don't exist in real life, you have to use a lot of CG or props or whatever, and it's going to take you out of it. Practical effects are
Walking Dead has pulled
better.
it off pretty well.
This is true, but in terms of like flying and space monsters and whatever, in an animated series, you can really do whatever you want.
The two most profound parts of the show, the end of episode 1, where Omni-Man reveals his true nature and slaughters the Guardians of the Globe. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Globe.
At the very end of the first episode. And that sets up, I think, the heart of the premise.
Let's rewind. The end. So they set up this show to be this cute thing. Like, oh, he's getting his powers. This is so great. Blah, blah, blah. His dad is Omni-Man. He wants to be a superhero, right? And then I think everybody, that last scene at the end of the first episode was just like...
Yeah, a lot of stun faces.
It's just like, so this is the show we're watching. I'm here for it.
I watched so many YouTube videos of people reacting. They didn't know how to end their video. They're just like, I guess that's it. Click.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I was speechless. I remember calling you and being like, Emil, what is this? What happened? And then it pulls you in. And I thought that's what a good pilot should do. Because you're like, why did he do that? Is he being controlled? Is he secretly evil? Or is he good? Like I said, being controlled or whatever. Are the Guardians evil?
I never bought into the theory that maybe he was being controlled just because I noticed that it happened right around the time that his son got his powers.
Yeah, there was that. I was wondering, maybe he's doing it to protect his son. Maybe it was like kind of in Dragon Ball Z where Goku thought just having the presence of super fighters invited villains. Right? I'm wondering maybe they were trying to spin it that way.
Wait, Goku?
Yeah, Goku decided to stay dead at the end of the Cell Saga because he said just my presence invites people to like threaten Earth because they want to challenge me.
It's been a while since I saw that. I didn't know that was his reason.
Well, you know, if you're an actual fan, that would have been like ingrained in your head. It's even in Budokai. Like,
Goku says so much shit, and there's so much of that's lost in translation when you're watching the American versions. When I was a young man in college, gathered around the dorm, Goku seemed to have a bajillion reasons for abandoning his son, so we just kind of ran with it.
Goku's a deadbeat.
He said if he said it once, I don't know. You understand why I don't necessarily take that as canon.
Yeah,
unless it was repeated.
I agree.
So we get these horrific murders at the end of episode 1, and then they linger there because only we, the audience, know Omni-Man did this. And there's a little bit of, it's almost like a Hitchcock game. He's kind of trying to get away with it. He's like taking his uniform back.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's enough people suspicious. What's the long-haired guy's name? God, I should have had notes in front of me.
Oh, Cecil,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Cecil is like, but we don't know what Cecil knows either. Mm-hmm. So the audience is given just enough to, like, we know a good amount, but we don't know everything. It's kind of like Death Note. Sorry, I'm making all these anime comparisons. But we know just enough to be not, all-knowing, and still have that curiosity, but also have that inside tip that the other characters don't, which is like, oh my god, you don't know, he's probably gonna murder you too.
I like the demon detective stuff.
Yes! Oh my god.
That's pretty cool.
The demon detective was so cool. And especially
like
how he went out.
Constantine meets Hellboy.
Yeah, I was thinking of Hellboy too. And I was sad when they exorcised him, but what a cool way to go out. Chains in the middle of a pentagram being dragged back to the depths of hell. Yes.
And they're like, yeah, we already know, but you don't get it. You demons, you always see things in black and white. That kind of stunned me for a minute. Like we're going to cover this up for now.
It's like, okay. No, that was a great scene. I love the demon. He was such a cool person. And he was an actual demon. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just trying to make everybody superheroes. And he's just like, like in X-Men. Nobody's an actual demon. No one's an actual angel. They're humans who are just mutants. Nah, he's a fucking demon. Right? So, well, yeah, in the movies, that's how they do it.
That's one thing that differentiates Invincible from, say, The Boys. Because in The Boys, everybody's power comes from the same source.
Yeah, that's very true.
They may have been lied to as kids, but The boy centers around that one conspiracy. Invincible suggests the classic comic book superhero pole pantheon. Aliens, alternate dimensions, all kinds of weird, wacky reasons for your powers.
Yeah, the aliens are pretty funny. Like the person from like the Intergalactic Commission who's like
the Cyclops guy.
Yeah, the Cyclops guy.
Can't think of his name right now.
He reminds me of the worm. That's what he reminds me of.
Of the what?
The worm.
The worm.
You don't remember
from
the
what?
Worm?
What's the worm from?
The worm. He's like a character in a video game. I don't care. He reminds me of the worm. But no, he was
like
hilarious.
Earthworm Jim?
Yes! There we go! Thank you.
Very specific. Seth Rogen definitely elevated that. He made it so much funnier.
Good. He's like, I am in trouble. But I think the comedy in this is so good.
It really is. I mean, you're coming for like the raw tension and the brutality, and you're staying for the comedy.
Yes. And maybe a little bit more violence.
Also, with Omni-Man's whole ongoing deception, I really liked the dynamic with his tailor.
Yes.
Where the wife goes there first, and then he shows up with the beers, and hey, buddy, let's have a conversation.
I was like, he's going to murder him. This is their last. He didn't murder him. He left him alive.
Right. The subtlety, the subtlety, and the
because he knew they both. Omni-Man knew the tailor knew, and the tailor obviously knew, and so the tailor's like, does he know that I know? He must not, because I'm alive. But yeah, that was beautiful.
I mean, like a lesser show would have easily made it a obvious threatening moment where he's grab him by the neck or verbally threatening him, or like his tone remained friendly the entire time.
By the way, can we tip our hats to J.K. Simmons?
Oh man,
for being the best and really just bringing this character to life. Like oh my god.
I can't hear it any other way in my head now. And I wondered at the beginning, all right, is he gonna go full J.K. Simmons? I mean, sure the character cranked up to 11, but J.K. Simmons has a particular way of screaming at you.
Yes, and the animation along with the voice acting really sold it for me, because Omni-Man's facial expressions, like when he is beating his son's face in, you see the anger in it. Like, they did a very good job at animating that just raw, brutal, just like fury in Omni-Man. They did such a good job with that, and just the subtlety of J.K. Simmons' like grunts or just the small things he would say, like, why are you making me do this? And just his God complex that developed throughout the series, just, it's great. Him and Homelander can be good friends.
They're already getting a lot of comparisons. As similar as they are, I think they're scary for completely separate reasons.
Yes. Homelander is a psychopath.
I think
Omni-Man is just evil.
Homelander is a childish narcissist.
There it is.
And and Omni-Man is just, he looks down upon humans like insects, or less than insects. And he sat there pretending to be the protector for 20 years. And then he turned this switch of nope, here's how little they are, Mark. I knew it was going to go there. I think we all started seeing, all right, it's going to come down to Mark fighting his father. And I've still never seen anything like that.
And I appreciate that about the show. Because usually these shows, there's no tension. Because you know the outcome. Oh, good will triumph over evil, blah, blah, blah. That did not happen, right? Yeah. They left it unsolved. Yes, fine. Omni-Man did not end up destroying the world or snapping his fingers or whatever. But they didn't make it so easy. Yes, Invincible should have gotten his ass beat by his dad. His dad is stronger than him. But I've seen so many shows set up a character to be so strong and so overpowered, only to get them defeated by some bullshit. They didn't do that here. I'm glad they didn't make that mistake. Omni-Man was a badass motherfucker the entire show.
It wasn't just the physical brutality. There was emotional brutality in it. Your mother is more of a pet. Wow.
I was like, damn. I get it. Because in the span of 1,000 years, what is 20? Thousands of years, what is 20? I get it, but just think about Mark, right? Your entire life just completely unraveled. And he's also probably dealing with this conflict of, should I join my dad? Obviously in the show he's sticking to like being the good guy or whatever, but it's a total like mindfuck, to be honest. And you really feel bad for him.
Oh, immensely.
You feel so sorry for him, and not just because he's getting his face beaten in. You just feel bad for him. And then his mom, Sandra Oh's character. Oh my god, I felt horrible for her because literally she's just like sitting here watching from a distance her entire family just disintegrate, right? She sees her son like about to die and her husband, just basically saying that she was nothing to him. Imagine, what that must feel like. And so there's just so much in that moment that wasn't just explicitly stated, but we just got to experience. And I appreciated that. I was like, whew. That last episode was something else. Also, there's a possibility that his dad kind of got broken in a way because he did take off.
He did. He had that flashback to
a
moment of he genuinely loves his son somewhere.
Exactly.
Somehow. He couldn't kill him.
Which
and he shed a tear. A tear flew off as he flew in space.
Yeah, it was cute. Which is just kind of a public service announcement. If you plan on taking over any other planets or have something that's super evil that you want to do not have children. They will fuck up your plans. Do not have children. Leave emotions out of it. Don't get married. It's a lot easier to be alone. If you have an evil plan and you want to keep to that evil plan, don't get married. Don't have children. Go in your bat cave and be evil. There you go.
When Nerdist said that this was going to be the Game of Thrones of superhero shows, and I rolled my eyes big time when I heard that. But now I have I have that familiar feeling where I have characters that I like that I really, really, really don't want to die. And I don't think that's promised.
They're gonna die. Yeah. No,
I mean, I don't know who. I will be really upset if Adam Eve dies, or like Mark's mother, or please don't spoil it in the comments. I mean, I don't know what happens in the comics. I really don't.
And the thing is, it's so rewarding, and you really get. It's a more rewarding experience when you have that legitimate fear. The tension is real because they will murder these people. They will kill them off camera, and I really appreciated that. And I do appreciate how they handled romance in this show because it would have been super obvious to have Invincible and Adam Eve hook up. And I like how they did it.
Might still happen, but
I think Amber is still...
Amber's still in the picture.
Yeah, Amber's still in the picture. They like kissed at the end, but...
People are real mad at Amber. I think people need to lighten up and remember that these characters are like 17 or 18.
Yeah, 17-year-olds are stupid. They're dumb. And all of you who are 17 are watching this, I'm sorry. And there is a reason. It is because during puberty, your brain is occupied doing like growth and development stuff that your brain is unable to do actual functional smart stuff. It's not your fault, but you are dumb. But no, it's the truth.
Please like and subscribe though.